Hello students. This question was asked in 2018 in KTU DOM question number 12 from whirling of shaft. So question was, a rotor has a mass of 12 kilogram and mounted midway on a 24 mm diameter horizontal shaft supported at the end by bearings. The bearings are 1 meter apart. The shaft rotates at 2400 rpm. If the center of mass of the rotor is 0.11 mm away from the geometric center of the rotor due to stated manufacturing defect, find the amplitude of steady state vibration. Take Young's modulus equal to 200 gigapascal. Before discussing the question, we can take a look on the theory background of this whirling of shaft. So, while discussing the whirling of shaft, okay, here we will consider a massless shaft, okay, with some rigidity S value. At the center, there is a rotor. So, in practical application, maybe a gear or maybe a pulley for power transmission. Okay. So, whatever as the question mentioned that there is some manufacturing defect, because of that there is a misalignment of center of mass with the geometric center. So it is true. So most of the case it is we cannot make coincide this center of mass and a geometric center. For sometime we will use the material removal method to attain the center, so that we can avoid this misalignment. So here, suppose we assume that for this rotor there is an eccentricity of its center of mass from the geometrical center, E value. If so, if this rotor is supposed to rotate, we can find out that this is resemble to a point mass which is at a radius E, which is rotating. So therefore, there will be a centrifugal force development that will be equal to total mass m into r omega square value. In the side of r, it will be the eccentricity. So in this condition, a centrifugal force now come to act on the rotor. So from the idea of simple bending or simple deflection of a simply supported beam, if there is a force acting, there will be a chance of deflection. So the shaft will extra deflect by some distance, say y value. So the deflected beam will look like this. Say simply supported beam shape will be there. So now we can say already the mass was eccentric to the axis of rotation, plus now the extra deflection produced because of centrifugal force. So the total deflection now become E plus Y will be there. So the total centrifugal force now act on the shaft will be m into E plus Y omega square value. This force is balanced by or counteracted by the stiffness of the rod. The shaft is deflected by a distance y only. Therefore, if the stiffness of the rod is S value, same force, a restoring force will develop in the shaft that will be equal to S into Y. For the dynamic equilibrium, we can equate this to Sy is equal to m into E plus Y omega square value. So we can open the bracket. So equation becomes me omega square plus my omega square value. So we can keep y on left hand side. Therefore, s minus m omega square of y is equal to me omega square value, which implies that the deflection y value can be found out as me omega square divided by s minus m omega square value. If we rearrange for y value, we can write like m omega square can bring into the denominator. So s by m omega square minus 1 value. So y is equal to E divided by S by m, stiffness value divided by m is become natural frequency. So omega n square divided by omega square minus 1. So we study in the vibration that omega n is given by root of k by m. But here the S is denoting nothing but the stiffness. So from the symbols we can write down like this. So one more equation you have to remember, that the natural frequency is given by root of k by m. So from the static deflection, we all one more thing we know, that g by delta, where delta is nothing but a static deflection. Okay. Now come back to the question. So the rotor mass is m equal to 12 kilogram and mounted between midway on a 24 mm diameter horizontal. So this shaft, which is where the mass is mounted, having a diameter of 24 mm. Then at the bearings, these bearings are separated by a distance of 1 meter. Okay, and maybe this is the rotor. Okay, so it is rotating with the angular velocity 2400 rpm. Then the eccentricity is given by 0.11 mm. So due to certain manufacturing defects, find the amplitude steady state. Young's modulus E value is equal to 200 gigapascal. So in order to find out the static deflection Y value, we need the eccentricity omega n square divided by omega square minus 1. We should know the omega n, natural frequency. So in order to find out natural frequency, we have two formula, that is 1 stiffness divided by mass, or root of g divided by delta. Delta is nothing but the static deflection. So this kind of loading, which is similar to a simply supported beam with a center load. So in such condition, it will deflect. That deflection Y value or delta value we can write as WL cube divided by 48 EM. So kindly go through the basics you study in the strength of material, where you study the deflection of a simply supported beam with the point load at the center, WL cube divided by 48 EM. So all these values are given in the question. So you can find out the delta. So delta is equal to WL cube by T. W is nothing but the weight here. So weight will be mg, mass into g, L cube divided by 48 E I value. We have to find out the I value. That is a moment of area of corresponding shaft. Since the circular shaft, we can find out that pi by 64 into d raised to 4 will be there. So shaft is there. This is the axis about which we have to find out I value. So it's a axis perpendicular to the polar axis and parallel to its cross section. So pi by 64 into d raised to 4 will be the I value. So we can substitute pi by 64 into diameter was 24 mm. So that raised to 4, that is approximately 16.3 into 10 raised to minus 9 meter raised to 4. Therefore we can substitute for delta. Mass is 12 kilograms, so 12 into 9.81 into length is 1 meter, so 1 cube divided by 48 into 200 gigapascal, so 200 into 10 raised to 9 into I value 16.3 into 10 raised to minus 9 value. So the deflection value, you will get that 7.52 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter. So omega you can find root of g divided by delta, that going to 9.81 into 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. So that value going to be 114.2 radon per second. Then that's the natural frequency. Omega, the rotation speed is 2400 they given. So 2 pi n divided by 60, that's up to 2 pi into n, it is 2400 rpm divided by 60. That goes to 251.3 radon per second. Use your calculator. So steady state deflection, you will get that E divided by omega n square by omega square minus 1, that is equal to 0.11. That's the eccentricity. Then omega 1.8.2 whole square divided by 251.3 the whole square minus 1 value. So you will get a minus 0.139 mm. So steady state amplitude become minus 0.139 mm. That's a final answer. Thank you.